Hi, I'm Steve Smith, talking again about the game changers that can transform how your church makes and retains more disciples. This is a simple yet challenging game changer. It is about changing how you see and act in your role as a pastor. Your role is to be the multiplier of shepherds instead of personally shepherding each attender. This change frees you up so you have time to lead your church more effectively. Why is this a game changer? Most pastors I know in churches under 150 attenders spend the greatest portion of their week caring for people. They counsel, visit, pray for and with people, when they're not in meetings or in their study preparing to preach or teach. Developing skilled shepherds will shift the daily concerns of the congregation from you to those who should be doing this ministry. This is not an abdication of your role. Equipping others for the work of ministry, especially shepherding, is your role. A second reason why this is a game changer is more shepherds mean more connection points. Your church cannot retain more people unless it has more shepherds to connect them to. This system is critical for increasing the capacity of any congregation because people need to be pastored at the same level they are led. Here is your dilemma as a pastor. You can shepherd or you can lead, but you probably do not have the time margin to do both well. If you decide to give the majority of your time to shepherd, you will not have time to develop as the leader you could be. Churches often falter in their growth because of a failure to develop this one system properly. This is because they historically have depended on their pastor to do all the shepherding. And if you love to be a shepherd, you probably agree that it is your primary ministry and may even question why I suggest it isn't. Here's why. As a result, the church can only grow to the amount of people with whom you and your wife can personally build deep relationships. The average amount of relationships that you can maintain ranges from about 40 to 60 people, along with their spouses and children. What this means is if you're a pastor of a church with less than 150 attenders, you're probably operating as a high-touch shepherd. And this is why most pastors stay in that size church their entire ministry. They are the church's connection system. Their capacity to connect more people to the congregation through a relationship with the pastor has a limit. They cannot connect with one more person without taking away time from and then losing someone who already attends. You can change the game by choosing to learn to change your pastoring style. This means that you will learn to train others to be shepherds. To properly pastor a congregation with non-vocational shepherds, a church needs one shepherd per 10 people. That means your church needs 10 people to shepherd 100 people, and 20 people to shepherd 200 people, and so forth. Every time you want to add more people, you need to add more shepherds. I serve with a large church pastor who has the skills of a high-touch shepherd. But he will not allow himself to embrace that role, or the church he leads would shrink down to the amount of people he can personally handle. Instead, he's freed up to give clear leadership to the church and within other faith organizations as well. I'm not saying there's no cost in giving up the personal shepherding role. This is often emotionally hard for both the pastor and the people in the congregation. But it is a critical step in maturing the congregation and freeing the church for growth. Why address this? Because I love high-touch shepherds. But many are frustrated that they cannot get their churches to grow even though they see the opportunity to make more disciples. You may be one of them or be close friends with pastors who are asking the same question. Changing from a personal shepherd to a pastoral leader is challenging. Facing this tendency in yourself can lead you to find a coach who will help you transition from a small church shepherd to a pastor who has time to offer the leadership a growing church needs. If this short series has helped you, even by challenging your thinking, I invite you to explore more training in increasing your church's capacity. Church Equippers has a starter kit, which includes the triage for the Stuck Church evaluation, along with books and online training for you and your leaders. You can find your starter kit and more at www.churchequippers.com. We look forward to coaching you in how to increase